Well, hi brothers and sisters, welcome. We're going to talk about joy, everybody's favourite topic today. So, seeing that the four of us have been called together to walk this vein, to produce it and put it out there. Everyone's got gifts and everyone's working together, and so we think it's very important that the manifestation of a revolution, we discovered the other day in our study, is joy.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important that we discover what it is and understand if there's anything in our way. Well, we do that personally, privately, or together, and we look at what the joy is and what it means. What do you think?
Beautiful.
And it started with the four of us,
Yeah.
and so it's good that the four of us are here together to research it,
Yeah.
understand what he's saying,
Yeah.
and why he would choose joy to manifest as an obvious thing that you're in the revolution.
Yeah.
See it.
Yeah. So I think we should understand what we're experiencing, you know?
Yeah, totally.
And that's the way we're looking at it. Okay? You want to start off?
Yeah. Joy. Hebrew search results for joy. Firstly, Abigail, which means father of joy. The name of two Israelitesses.
So that's interesting. Father, source of joy.
Source of joy.
The Father, Yahusha, is the source of joy, but they were looking at it there in those days in their language as Yahuwah.
Yeah.
But we know who Yahuwah became.
Yeah.
And Yahuwah is the source of joy. So what does that tell us as human beings?
Nothing will make you happy, or
That's where you get it from.
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple. Make it all simple. That's where we get it from, Yahusha.
Yeah.
You can't have real joy, the joy he talks about,
No.
from within, except through him.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, amazing.
Knowing the source.
Yeah.
I didn't see that before. Source.
No. Fourth, mate. You want to go around?
Yep.
A primitive root properly to spin around under the influence of any violent emotion, that is usually rejoice, or as cringing, fear. Be glad, joy, be joyful, rejoice.
Well, who in Scripture do you think of when you see that?
Dancing around in joy, I think of
David.
Yeah.
dancing up the street with the ark.
Yeah.
So overwhelmed with joy that he didn't care about the modesty, fashion, rules and laws. He was just intoxicated.
Yep.
Finally achieved what he wanted, the presence.
Well, he found the truth, didn't he?
Yeah.
He found the ark, how the ark had to go, where it had to go. So he was just so happy to bring the presence of Yahuwah at that stage into amongst his people. He was just spinning around, just overjoyed, you know. We have to look at that, not the way his wife looked at it.
No.
You know, you could see his willy.
Judging.
Yeah. Well, she got hers for that, didn't she?
Yeah.
But then she got released again.
Yeah.
She got leprosy.
Yeah. That's
But
right.
then it left. She got healed.
Mm.
Yes.
So, the generosity of Yahusha. But we look at David.
Mm.
So, can you imagine yourself being in that joy? That nothing matters?
No, not lately. No,
Mm.
that's the goal, isn't it?
Well, it's not a goal.
Mm.
It either is or it isn't. You've got to
Take it,
claim it.
have it.
Yeah,
Mm.
you know.
Mm.
But it's not making us wrong or anything like that. We're just seeing, wow,
Mm.
this is the sign of
Joy.
Revolution.
Yahusha's-
revolution.
Yeah, revolution.
This is the sign of revolution.
And you got to look at when you do feel it, and when you're in it, and when you're not, and what the difference is. What you've done to take yourself out of it. Said, been, yeah.
Well, what did we learn in the other study we did on the joy a little bit? It's,
Continuous.
Revolving,
Yeah.
revolution.
what did you say?
Continuous.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, are you going to... David did. He didn't care what anyone thought or said. But
No.
would you do that at work?
No, it wouldn't be appropriate.
What
Sometimes,
would be
yes,
appropriate?
sometimes
How would you do it?
You could sing along the songs and
Yeah, you can have joy.
Yeah,
You're all things to all people.
yeah,
Sometimes you hold it within, sometimes you
yeah,
have a joke, sometimes you're serious.
yeah.
Laugh with those, cry with those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you
But the essence is to
joy. Keep him.
keep it
have
up.
it rotating,
Mm.
continuous.
Yeah.
I mean, when you feel like that, you don't want to be saying awful things or doing awful things or
No.
disturbing people.
No.
You just want to be kind and nice because that's Yahusha's feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're feeling him
Mm.
because it comes from him. The joy comes from him. We
Yeah.
have to know the source
Mm.
to be enveloped by
Yes.
it. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Despite of what we've always thought or what we think now,
Mm.
and you hear this and you say, do we want what we've had or do we want to go in here?
New
Go
experience.
in here.
Oh, in there.
Totally.
All right. Next one, a revolution of time, i.e. an age. Also joy. Revolution exceedingly gladness. Revolution greatly.
Joy.
Joy.
Okay. Joy exceedingly.
Joy exceedingly.
The word's joy.
Oh, joy, sorry. Got the wrong word. Yeah. Joy exceedingly gladness. That's better. Joy greatly. Joy rejoicing. Sort. What would you be rejoicing about?
Everything that he's done for you.
Or
Is
Doing.
doing. Yeah.
what you're experiencing. You
Yeah.
can see him.
The here and now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Amazing.
And you're right into everything he's doing. You can see it in the spirit
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he's giving you the joy. You've got the joy. You can see all
Yeah.
this. That's what David was seeing.
Yeah.
How amazing and wonderful he
Yeah.
is. You know, things have got to be done the right way, Dave. You got to. The priests have to carry that. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
No one else can touch it. Bring it in.
Mm. Yeah.
And he found the way. So happy to find
Mm.
the way. We get overjoyed about the simplest things.
He'd been lied to.
Yeah.
He'd been lied to by the priests.
Yeah.
They weren't telling the truth. And
Yeah.
he did it himself.
Yeah.
Same.
So exciting, isn't
That
it?
is.
When you
Yeah.
think about it,
Yeah.
when you go in to do or say anything, you
Mm.
have this joy
Mm.
of feeling, you know,
Amazing.
and you're allowed to do what I say.
Comes
Victoria.
on you. Joy, joy, rejoicing.
Mm. That's the feminine. You're feminine.
Thank you.
Okay. Dre, same thing. Go to the-
Rejoicing,
Yeah.
gladness, and joy.
Okay, great. So
Mm.
what do you take from the word joy in the Hebrew language? It's explaining. It's like a noun, but it's not a noun. It's just explaining.
Mm.
What do you take from that? Just looking at that.
It's a violent emotion. It's not something passive.
Yes.
As we've discussed, you might
Well, we
choose
know
to
what
contain
passive
it.
emotions are,
Mm.
aren't we?
Yeah.
But
Well-
you're saying it's violent.
Violent. It's even shed. It's
It
either
can still be passive.
Subdued.
Yeah, it can still be passive. It can be an internal
Yeah.
violent reaction that you're having,
Yeah.
violent emotion. Because if someone's sad, you don't want to show them that you're happy.
yeah.
So you're having it internally.
Oh,
So it can be passive,
Mhm.
but it also can be
violent.
on show
Yeah.
in different ways.
So when we come together,
Mm.
what do you think?
Well, when you're in a safe
Should be
space like
pretty
this,
violent.
it should be bounced off the walls.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
because we can see all this. We can see it in our lives, what's going on
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
What's trying to stop your,
Joy.
what's coming at you.
Very
That's what
true.
your dad did.
Yeah.
Well, even when you were talking about your experience and your witness and your life story today, it's exciting because you can see the power of Yahusha's thing
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
That's the word of your witness.
dragging us all through,
Testimony.
dragging you through, taking all those experiences.
Well, everyone's got a
And
testimony,
we've all got that, yeah.
you know,
Mm.
of him bringing them out. And the phenomenal thing of bringing husband and wife together, that's pretty
That's
amazing. isn't it?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
That's true.
From that to this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just amazing. So we can cherish that. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, Marky.
Scriptures on joy. Romans 15. May the Alahim of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of his Spirit you may abound in hope.
What do you take from that?
Fill you with all joy and peace in believing. It's got to be in believing.
Yeah.
You've got to believe that he's working all day, every day. You don't just wake up and, oh, here's another miserable day again. No, you got to. He's going to do things today.
Mhm.
Even if you're just at home all day, you end up going out or anything. He's still going to do stuff. He's still going to show me stuff. Things will come to me. I can have great joy in that.
Yeah.
I don't have to go out and cause trouble or
Yeah.
make action happen.
So by the
Alahim of hope. He's talking about
yeah.
hope there, which is belief.
That's true.
So that the power of the Spirit may abound in hope. So that hope is a believing in something that hasn't happened.
so that by the
Power.
what I look at, it's powerful to be in that place. You know, nothing can stop you. Nothing could stop David. No matter what
Yeah.
happened, nothing could stop him.
No.
He was in the zone
Yeah.
and he was having it because it was right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That was a pretty phenomenal thing when you think about it. He was bringing the presence hadn't been there since Moses' tabernacle, and he was bringing it back.
Mhm.
Because the priest didn't have it. They just had a dead shell. And he brought it back to his praise tent.
Yeah.
It was revolutionary back then.
Yeah.
What he did.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I've got 2304. No.
Romans 12.
12. Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer. So your communication with Yahusha, rejoice in hope. And this is what you were talking about, Therese, be patient in tribulation. When you know something's going on, just bring it all in, you know,
Yeah.
be patient, be patient.
Yeah.
See it through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Next one.
Want to do Philippians now?
Isn't it you, Victor? We're
Rejoice.
going around.
All right. Rejoice in Yahusha always, and again I say rejoice.
So like David, no matter what came at him, no matter what was he doing?
He's rejoicing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
And again, I say,
Rejoice.
Rejoice.
so what is rejoicing within yourself, whether it's passive or whether it's full open? What's it saying?
There's no room for negative thoughts. So a negative thought will take away your positiveness. It will take away your praise. It will take away your rejoicing. Joy.
Yeah.
Thoughts can take away your joy.
Yeah.
No matter what comes at you,
Yeah.
be happy.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what's he telling us through this, looking at the word joy and going through the scriptures on joy?
Just to remain happy. Remember, he's there with us the whole time.
Rejoice in Yahusha.
Mm.
We're rejoicing in him always. Yeah.
Mm.
That's a bit different to how we have looked at it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, researching, we can understand, that's what you want.
Mm.
Yeah.
So no matter what comes at me, I can just go within and be as they are and, still rejoicing inside.
Yeah, totally.
Okay,
Amazing.
you're next, Marky.
No, it's me.
Oh, you, sorry.
Galatians
But it's not
5:9.
fully there. It's only part of it.
Oh.
It's not all of it.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's 22.
Just tack gentleness and self-control on the end.
Okay, so but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such there is no law.
Right, we went through that. The other one, I think we covered that pretty well, didn't we?
Yeah.
There's no law against you if you do it,
Yeah.
if you're in the joy.
Mm.
Yeah?
John 16. So also you have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. Until now you have asked nothing in my name. So ask and you will receive, that your joy may be full.
So what are we asking for?
Good question.
That your joy,
Be complete.
Maybe
Mm.
full.
Mm.
asking for,
Joy. Mm.
how powerful is joy in all circumstances and
Yeah,
situations?
it's your strength. It keeps you strong. Up. Powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You can always see the funny side of it, the
Mm.
opposite side of it,
Yeah.
you know. Change the subject into positive from
Yeah.
negative,
Yeah. Yeah.
like if you're at work or something like
yeah.
that, whatever.
I've noticed that if you're faced with something in life or finances or something, and it can just be complete doom and gloom.
Yep.
The minute you come into Yahusha, I mean, nothing may have changed about this,
Yeah.
but your whole mindset has changed,
Yeah.
and you're happy
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
this will sort itself out, or he'll tell you to do something, or
Yeah. It'll
know,
show you the way.
yeah. So it's amazing. So that's you, mate. Proverbs.
A joyful heart is good medicine,
Goodness.
but a crushed spirit dries up the bones.
Mm.
Now you can see someone that may come amongst us with a crushed spirit.
Mm.
What should you do, Therese?
You should.
What would you do?
You'd ask them if they're okay, what the problem is, and try and help them that way. Get it out of them.
Yeah.
Lift them up.
Come to them with lovingness, gentleness,
Compassion.
sweetness, compassion,
Sincerity, understanding.
Yeah. All that.
Be as they are.
And that
To
will
help
lift someone if you're
Yeah.
interested in them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, totally. So true.
So he's showing us how to function joy,
Yeah,
how to
It's
make
true.
joy work in our lives.
yeah,
No?
yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's
Joy
certainly
may
a
be full.
weapon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because joy, love, joy,
Mm.
peace, patience, they're all weapons, aren't they?
Mm. Yeah. They certainly are. Yeah, if no one can get under your skin, and that's what the 3 rules are good for. No one can take your joy. Only you can give up your joy. Nobody should be able to take it off you. And if
Yeah.
you let it go of it, well, you're stupid.
Or if you come under them,
Yeah.
and you know it's not truth
Mm.
to give up your joy, you know, knowing that it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's not right to give up your joy to someone else's emotional feelings.
Mm.
Like Therese said, you can what?
You can have it
Subdue it.
be passively
Passive, yeah.
joyful
Yes.
without, going about your business and,
Yeah,
sort
that's
of.
Absolutely.
You can do that when you get out the door.
That's it.
Once they leave.
You can do your happy dance.
That's it. Yeah.
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 Next one, Vicky.
These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be complete. Sorry about that. For
Yeah.
the kingdom of Alahim is not a matter of
It's all.
might be
looked it up.
complete. My command is that love each other as I have loved you. And for the kingdom of Alahim is not a matter of eating and drinking, but of righteousness, peace, and joy in his spirit. Thanks.
I've noticed, to do with the eating, I've noticed more with clients in the last few years than I ever have. All they talk about is food. Like even down to grocery shopping. They're ordering massive amounts of food, and everything has got to be planned out perfectly, and everything is just completely about food and parties and gatherings and food. Whereas they didn't, not my clients anyway, didn't used to talk about it as much.
Yep.
You talk about maybe the entertainment or the dancing or now they're just always talking about food.
Yeah.
And it's a whole foodie society.
Yeah.
So that jumped out at me when
You know what that's called?
Quite big.
Epicurean.
Epicurean. Oh, I see.
The art
Epicurious
of
desires.
Talk to Neil about
There's even a religion called the Epicureans.
Food and wine society.
Yeah. Toastmasters. Food.
Wow.
That's it.
It's nothing about external things. It's all about righteousness, peace, and joy
Yeah. That's the
in Yahusha's
kingdom
spirit.
of Alahim.
Yeah.
Righteousness and peace in the joy of the Spirit.
All
Amazing.
right.
So you can always stir a conversation to that
Yeah.
Totally.
out of the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Food for your
Out of
soul.
food into the fire.
Next one, Tracy.
James 1:2-4. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet
remember that
try.
song?
The one with crucified.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lovely song. Yeah, go on. Count it all
Count
joy.
it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your belief produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing.
Count it all joy when you meet
So what's he
trials.
saying?
Don't.
You're going to have
Trials and various kinds.
Are you aware that's happening to you when the trial comes? Are you completely aware?
No, you usually associate a trial, I have, with a consequence, which is something you get when you do something wrong.
Yeah.
A trial implies that you're not doing anything wrong. You're being tested. So, it's a different experience. So,
When you meet trials of various kinds.
yeah.
So you're going to meet trials of various kinds. They're going to come at you.
Yeah.
You've got to be aware that this is our life. This is our walk.
Yeah.
It's going to come. And when it comes, you've got to pass the test, eh?
Yeah.
Then it says, produces steadfast. You stand steadfast in a trial.
Yeah.
And let steadfastness have its full effect. You're standing in it. That you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing.
Well, that's the wilderness. That's maturity.
And this is joy. This is where joy leads you. You're excited about a trial.
Yeah.
You want to pass it.
Yeah.
You look at my testimony, swimming and everything. You want to, but it's not in the world. You can't find. It's with Him. You know, and you want to prove He's right, and you want to love Him.
Yeah.
Worship Him. This is your worship, isn't it?
Yeah. Totally.
Okay.
Luke 15. Just so, I tell you, there is joy before the angels of Alahim over one sinner who repents.
That's all. The rest is not in it. That's another psalm.
Okay. Last one is yours, mate. Unless you want to discuss that one. There is great joy before the angels of Alahim over one sinner who repents. So there's joy going on up there.
Yeah.
In there.
Well, how do they feel that about you and Rob?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Excited.
And Therese came in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Excited.
happy.
Yeah. Totally. Very
So
exciting.
you had a trial with your father,
Mm.
but you weren't satisfied.
No.
But how will you be next time?
Yeah. A lot more joyous.
Not let it go.
That's it. Yeah.
So trials are going to come at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's designed that to come at us?
To strengthen us, so that we
Yeah,
won't
go
give
on.
in. To strengthen us, so that we won't give in to the evil one.
Mm-hmm.
That we will put his word, his laws
Steadfast,
into action. Yeah.
standing on it.
Yeah.
Steadfast.
Believing them.
Yeah.
It's easy
Don't
to
let
flow.
go.
It's easy to flow with something when things are easy. The theory is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's see how you go when things are harder.
So when we all come together
Mm.
and we don't have anything against anyone, we're not going to allow that. We want the joy.
Yeah.
Mm.
So joy will abound
Yes.
amongst us, and that's the sign of a.
Revolution. Mm.
That's the sign.
Mm.
That's the manifestation of a revolution.
Mm.
We won't do that behaviour.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been people clicking on the last couple of weeks saying, and recently, this is wonderful. Do you guys get together? What days do you put your videos out? Because some people are like clockwork.
Mhm.
And so I'm getting in touch with them. So,
Tell them it's just by the Spirit.
by the
When the
Spirit.
Spirit tells us.
The wind blows.
Yes, and we got to go when the wind blows.
That's it.
Lucky, I've got one. So that's how it happens.
That's it. That's it, mate. That's it.
So, looking to Yahusha, the founder and perfecter of our belief, who for the joy that was set before him endured the stake.
Oh, wow.
So he went to the stake with,
Joy. Far
Very
out.
powerful.
How could you?
Mm.
well, he was winning, wasn't he? He
Yeah.
knew he was going to win.
Yeah.
He was struck down, nailed down, everything. He couldn't move, so he had to be steadfast and just stand on the truth.
Mm.
Despising the shame,
That's wonderful.
to be put on a stake.
Mm.
It's shameful,
Mm.
but he just despised it, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of
Alahim.
Alahim.
In all authority. Mm. Yeah.
So we came to understand
Mm.
the joy and why it's the manifestation
Mm.
of a revolution.
Mm.
What's this do for you guys?
I think it's the sign of a revolution because most believers are just holding this knowledge, but it's got to move into your heart. It's not just a mental thing.
Yeah.
I go to a building, or I clock into an online group, or I do a Zoom meeting, or I do this, and I believe this, and that's what I believe. Protestants and everybody in every religion believes something. Even if they believe nothing, they believe that. But to actually move it into your heart and know that the person you're experiencing is alive, and it gives you hope in all these words we've been through, that's the sign of a real revolution. Yeah. So it's not just knowing Yahusha. Even, I mean, you can just stand there and know that he's Alahim and still not feel joy about it.
Yeah.
You've got to actually be experiencing him.
So you know what alert is, don't you?
Yeah.
You know that. You know what alert is, don't you?
Alert.
You know what alert is.
Alarm.
So you've got to be
Alert.
alert to what?
To his
To
movings.
No?
To his movings in the day.
No,
Yeah,
to
sort
his
of.
voice.
Yeah, it was in the other scripture. What's going to happen to us?
Trials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to be alert.
To trials.
Enjoy when a trial comes.
Yeah.
And Does he say they're not going to come?
Well, they're going
No.
to.
They're going to come. Mm. Mm.
He wants to strengthen us through experience.
Mm.
Be
Yeah.
alert.
Yeah.
He's a trial, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You had that attitude towards trials before,
Never.
but you now,
Never.
you know by this study,
Yeah.
you can.
Mm.
You can confront it, no matter what it is,
Mm.
with steadfastness.
Mm.
And what sort of joy is it called again? Passive joy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Where? As soon as you get out of bed, you talk about they're there.
Yeah.
So, as soon as you wake
Absolutely.
up, hallelujah!
That's it.
Yahusha.
Love you, Yahusha.
That's
Good
right.
morning.
And
Yeah.
whatever's going to come, you're ready.
Mm. Yeah.
Don't expect it not to come.
Mm.
And when it does come, and if you do it the way we've been explained in here,
Mm.
wow, you're going to have victory after victory after victory, which is going to give you joy on top of your joy on top of your joy.
Mm.
You'll be rejoicing
Mm.
in the victories.
Amazing. Mm. That's brilliant. Mm. What a word.
Yeah, well, I think I was thinking, Yahusha spoke to me, he said, you need to go deeper into this. You need to understand,
Yeah.
Mm.
you know, just what joy is, what it does.
Mm.
And it's the manifestation of a revolution.
Yeah.
You guys want to be in a revolution?
Mm.
Well, you can see how and what's required of you to get there. You can't get in through the veil unless you accept Yahusha as Alahim.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the door, the magic door word that says, open sesame, and you can go in.
Mm. The password. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing.
Okay, brothers and sisters, thanks for being with us. It's been really good study. We love you.
Love you.
Bye.